Hey everyone, how's it going? I've got another video for you here. Just a couple days ago, I stopped into the Goodwill outlet for about an hour or so and found another huge pile of magic cards. These were spread out among 4 or 5 different bins in a rotation at the outlet. They bring out these bins every half hour or so, and they sell everything by weight at the Goodwill outlets, so it's a little bit different than normal Goodwill retail stores. But I got about half the magic cards that came out. There were other people that were fighting and grabbing at them as well, and I was just grabbing piles and throwing them into a box. So I have not really looked through these yet, other than kind of seeing some things as I was grabbing them out. But it looks like it's mostly Strixhaven era, as well as there's like Modern Horizons 2 I saw, and some Dungeons and Dragons, Forgotten Realms. So I think it's kind of that era, primarily with but anyway, let's have a look and see what's in here. Hopefully there's some good stuff. I'm not quite sure what's in here, so I'm just going to start going with stacks, and we'll see. And I'm not going to read every card name, but I'll stop on like rares and stuff. I would stop on foils normally, but foils, in the old days, but foils aren't really that special anymore. First rare is Enigmatic Incarnation, and I don't know the Uno card. Just throw that aside. There was Uno cards in there too, but we'll put the rares aside, and then we'll try to see if we got our value back. And if you see anything that's valuable, make a comment below. There's some uncommons and stuff that are good, that are playables, and stuff that are always fun as well. But I'm going to try to go through these fast because there's a lot of them. But I'm filming this. This is the first week of February. It's the weekend right now. I picked them up during the week a couple days ago. Just did the Aether Drift pre-release last night. That was a lot of fun. Hope you guys did as well, and if you did, hope you did well and enjoyed that set. I thought it was pretty fun. Here's our second rare. We've got Everwatching Threshold, and is that like Commander 2018, I think. But yeah, Aether Drift was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. I ended up playing a Sultai deck, and I opened up that it was like a mythic rare blue guy that makes all your vehicles flying and creates a vehicle, a 3/2 vehicle when he comes out, and lets you draw cards every time you get hit by or hit your opponent with a vehicle. So that ended up being a really strong card, as you might expect. Here's our third rare, which this one I think they've printed 1,000,000 times, including in a core set. But it's Sphinx of Uthun. Some lands. There's another couple that got a huge amount of these magic cards. I tried to talk them into selling them to me, but they're wanting to learn how to play, and so they are going to use them to teach themselves, which I thought was cool. We got 2 more rares in 2 Draconic Interventions, and these are Strixhaven. And I was not playing, or I kind of took a break right around the pandemic, so these kind of fall in right when I was dropping out of Magic for a while. So it's nice to get some Strixhaven, because I really didn't have any of those yet. Which I believe Strixhaven, wasn't that sort of like a Harry Potter type theme? School of Mages. Lots of commons. Oops, and putting other stuff onto my rare pile, which I shouldn't be doing. Oops. And they're every which direction. It's a War of the Spark card, so there's some stuff that's a little older. And we've got a couple of more rares. We've got Trench Behemoth and Scourge of Fleets and Shipbreaker Kraken and Verdant Sun's Avatar. Lots and lots of Strixhaven. And we got another rare here or two. Culmination of Studies. I always love finding Magic cards at the Goodwill outlets. It's even if they're not spectacular pickups, it's so cheap when you're buying it like $1. I think it just went up to like $1.89 a pound, which just by weight, it's definitely worth it. See what else we've got here. And we've got another rare here. It is Verdant Mastery. And we have Wildborn Preserver, and that's from Throne of Eldraine, I think. Yeah, ELD. So I was definitely playing at that point. Oh, sleep. Oops. Rampaging Bailouts. I remember that card. That was in the first Zendikar, I think originally at Mythic level. This one was in that set too. Then we've got Trench Gorger. I think that's from the first Commander series. And we've got some more rares coming up. We've got Animus Awakening and Mercfiend Liege. And we got Throne of Makindi. Oops, that's just a sleeve. Another Uno card. It's always fun sorting through these after as well. And we've got another rare here with a full or borderless, I guess as they call it. This is Creative Technique. Those cards, I guess they are. I guess Kaldheim had some like black and white cards. Huh. Or is that a proxy? Just seems weird. Okay. Anyway, we've got our next rare, which is Confront the Past from Strixhaven. And Marshland Bloodcaster Vampire Warlock. That's cool. That's from, is that Commander 21? I'll have to look at that one. Maybe I'll stick it in my Vampire Commander deck. And yeah, I know they're upside down. Probably could flip them over, but they're just commons. Next stack. Actually, that's too big. Let's take a smaller stack. It doesn't help that they're pointing every which direction. Okay. And then they're upside down. Let me flip them over. Definitely a lot of Modern Horizons 2 in here as well. Seems like Strixhaven and Modern Horizons 2 are the sets that this person really was collecting for. It's weird, like when you get collections or find batches of them, it seems like there's like an 18-month period where people, I think that's like the average amount of time players stick with Magic before they ditch it. And so you'll get kind of a lot of cards from from sets from a certain little window of time. You can tell when that person was playing. And it's a lot of commons. I don't want this video to be really long, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. So we're already at like 13 minutes. It's another Uno card. I don't think those are worth anything. Did any of you guys play during Strixhaven, and if so, what are the really good playable cards from that set to look for? Not just rares, but uncommons and such. That was like right when the pandemic was kind of raging, and my gaming store that I normally used to play at wasn't having, they weren't doing any sort of tournaments or anything, draft or pre-releases or anything. And so I kind of fell out of it at that time, and then just didn't go back to it until Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which I think a lot of people have similar stories like that. And they're kind of finding their way back to Magic again now. Oh, and we got another rare. It's been a while, but we've got Leyline of Abundance. I think these have been printed so much that they're Probably worth 20 cents at this point. Ooh. Got some more foils. I still like foil cards even if they're not really worth anything. I think they're fun. And we've got another rare here. It is Fervent Mastery from Strixhaven. I've not seen any mythics yet. And we've got another rare. We've got Fathom Mage from Commander. I think that's one of the Commander sets. But I think that was also in, I want to say Gatecrash or Return to Ravnica, one of those two. I think was when that card debuted. And we're getting to the final stacks. There's also some boxes that have some more cards in it that I was leaving till last. Hopefully there's better stuff in there. And another Fathom Mage. And more commons. And we've got more Rushed Rebirth from Strixhaven. And Witherbloom Command, also from Strixhaven. And we've got Elder Deep Fiend from Commander. Another Fervent Mastery. Sparring Regimen from Strixhaven. And another one. I'm guessing a lot of these are probably bulk rares. Yep, we got another one. We've got Academic Probation from Strixhaven. And we've got Sylvan Advocate, ZNC. I thought that was in one of the Zendikars. Zendikar Commander, maybe. Together Forever from that same set. These are just like, so this person Xeroxed cards, it looks like, to maybe make proxies or something. It's always interesting when people do that. Nisa's Renewal from that same set, which I think is Commander set. And Living Twister. Oops, I just stuck these on the rare pile. There we go. Sears Sundial. I think that was originally in Worldwake. The Mending of Dominaria. Acidic Slime. That used to be playable. And we've got Thought Monitor and Gnarled Professor. And another Uno card. I'm not finding too much. I don't think I've found a single mythic yet. And another Uno card. And here we go. We've got the Strict Proctor from Strixhaven. And we have Shared Summons from M20. Another Uno card. And we've got Simic Sky Swallower, 6/6 Flying Trample Shroud. They cost 7 to cast. Okay, that's it for the ones that were loose. Now let's try the boxes. This first box is, these look like pre-release boxes, I think. In the other couple that grabbed a bunch, they got a pile of these pre-release looking boxes filled with cards, whereas I grabbed a lot more of the loose ones. So they may have like a box full of rares, who knows. So these look like Kaldheim, a bunch of bulk from Kaldheim. So this must be their red bulk section from Kaldheim. Try to go through these pretty quickly. Oh wait, we got a rare in here. Tundra Fumarole. So there are rares in here. I didn't think there were any, but that's pretty cool. Maybe I shouldn't go so fast. Here's another one. Dragonkin Berserker. One foil, one unfoil. Here's another one. It is the Calamity Bearer. Just check really quickly. Make sure I didn't miss anything in the top half of the stack because I was going really fast because I thought it was all commons. They are in alphabetical order, so it's easy to just check really quickly in case there was one that I missed, but nope, got them all. Okay, the next box says M21 on it, so I'm guessing it's got M21 in it. And it's exactly what it's got in it. A lot of nothing from M21. Okay, that was underwhelming. Now we've got Strixhaven Spellbook Spells. So we've got a rare that's in another language. We've got Crawling Barrens, foil rare. Here's a rare, Tezzard's Gambit. Compulsive Research, Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse, wasn't that a common from Homelands originally? Weather the Storm, Lightning Helix, Retriever Phoenix, Manifestation Sage, Incarnation Technique, Accomplished Alchemist, Bold Plagiarist, so I think we're finding some rares here. Selfless Glyph Weaver, Body of Research, our first mythic, Sparring Regimen, and then those two are not. Manifestation Sage and Dramatic Finale. Hopefully we'll have a dramatic finale with this last box. Let's have a look and see what's in it. So these ones are sleeved. So I did peek a little bit into this. I didn't actually look at the cards, but I saw that it was sleeved, so I was intentionally leaving this one till last because hopefully this is where this person has all their valuable cards. We'll see. Lots of empty sleeves here that I'm just putting aside. First off this is a really thick card. I've never seen one that thick before. It's Zephyrus of the Hidden Ways, and I'm not sure if this is like a commander. It's like an Esper. Maybe, I don't know, I haven't bought a commander deck in a while, so I don't know if they are making the commanders thicker or something, but that's interesting. If you guys know what's going on with the thick cards are, it's interesting. So what do we have here? These are in sleeves, and I don't know if they'll come there, if they'll cause glares with the video, but actually it looks like it works pretty well. We've got Doomed Necromancer, and I think is this a AFC? I'm not sure if that's a commander deck. It might be. Adventures Forgotten Commander, yeah. So this might just be that commander deck, or one of the commander decks from that set. Cataclysmic Gearhulk, Utter End, Immovable Rod, Ashen Rider, Midnight Pathlighter, Prairie Stream, Multrifter was always a good card, Sun Titan, Karmic Guide. So yeah, this looks like it must be a commander deck. Sunblast Angel, I wonder if the whole thing's here. Thorough Investigation. I'll probably have to look at a deck list for whatever the Esper commander deck is from Dungeons & Dragons. Exotic Orchard. Wand of Orcus. Unburial Rites. That was always a fun card during the original Innistrad. Gyre Reach Sanitarium. Eternal Dragon. Radiant Solar. Grave Endeavor. And then Port Town. Hostage Taker. Arcane Endeavor. Extract Brain. Baleful Strix. Necromantic Selection. Some tokens. Aeon Chronicler. Priest of Fell Rites. Master of Death. Triumphant Adventurer. Eserek, the Arc Lich. Okay. Nadar Selfless Paladin. This looks like a commander deck. That's what I'm guessing it is. It probably is that one from Dungeons & Dragons. Anyway, so that's the cards that came from the Goodwill outlet. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Just to recap, we ended up, besides the ones that are in that commander deck, with a stack that tall of rares, which is not that bad for, $1.89 a pound by weight. I don't know what this weighed, but it wasn't too much. But going through it, it's probably a lot of bulk rares, but if you see something of value, let me know in the comments, or if you see something that's just fun to play with that should not be overlooked, let me know as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you weren't too bored, but I thought it was kind of exciting. It's probably more fun for me than it is for you guys, but I always enjoy having you guys along and love to read your comments and respond to them. So leave a comment, and I will talk with you guys later on the next one. Take care. Bye.